Welcome back to the programme. This is Katie Chambers filling in for Georgia all this week on the agenda. She's off on her Eid travels, as I'm sure that many of you are this week and this weekend. And if you are doing it, you're definitely not alone. We've just had some figures from Dubai International Airport, and it's preparing for one of its busiest travel periods of the year, with passenger numbers expected to spike to 3.6 million guests in total that will pass through its terminals during the Eid travel peak, which runs from the 26th of March to the 7th of April. The busiest day, if you're travelling and you want to know which one it is forecast for it to be Saturday, the 5th of April, when 309,000 guests are expected. So, what can travellers expect in terms of crowd control, check-in times, and perhaps new services at the airport? I'm delighted to say that I'm joined now on the line by Majed Al Joker. He's Chief Operating Officer at Dubai Airports. And you're going to tell us how the airport's gearing up and what passengers need to know before they fly, aren't you, Majed?
Good morning.
Morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, you're most welcome.
Eid is always a peak travel period. What kind of passenger numbers are you expecting? I've just outlined some of them. Could this be a new record at DXB?
During Eid holidays and school holidays, you will always see an increased movement and increased traffic. This is very normal. As you mentioned, it's expected around 3.6 million between 26th March and 7th of April. We are talking about a daily average of 276,000, especially in the first week, between 1st and 6th of April. So normally this is give us an increase of around 19% if we're going to compare it to a weekly average in the last month. So these numbers are strong. It is one of the busiest days at DXB's history. We are talking about the 5th of April, which we are expecting around 309,000 guests using Dubai Airport. So indeed, it's going to be busy in the next 10 to 12 days.
I mean, they are huge numbers of passengers and certainly a huge increase. From an operational point of view, how has Dubai Airports prepared to manage this Eid surge? I mean, what's happening behind the scenes?
See, there is always a continuous coordination with the airlines, our service partners, our stakeholders, mainly to predict and streamline the guest flows. Of course, staffing, resources, being scaled up in key areas within the terminals. We have real-time monitoring and data analysis that help us to, respond and manage the crowd effectively and proactively. We have increased signage, increased support personnel, customer service staff across all terminals to make sure that our guests are looked after. Yeah.
And we've already mentioned the busiest dates. They're going to be again from the 26th of March to the 7th of April, with the Saturday, the 5th of April, expecting 309,000 people travelling through the terminals. What advice do you have to passengers flying during those times, and especially on that Saturday, the 5th of April?
See, one of the challenges we face during peak is the airport traffic. So, one of the advice I would give our passengers is to try to use public transportation like metro to reach the airport, but also, use the online facilities. Check in online, come to the airport, you are ready to fly. Arrive early, arrive around, let's say, at least 3 hours before your departure. Use the smart gates to clear your immigration checkpoint. Make use of something we introduced lately is the DXB Express map, which is available Once you reach the airport, you scan your QR at any of the flight information displays, and this is mainly a smart tool for real-time navigation. You need to stay updated with your airline, with the different channel about what's happening in the airport. One line we prefer and we always use at Dubai airport is say goodbye to your loved ones at home, and make sure you are coming to the airport ready and ready to fly.
We do love that line, Majed. I think the airport said it at Christmas as well. Leave your loved ones at home. Say your goodbyes at home, and then you're not getting those excess people coming into the airport crying, perhaps saying goodbye. Obviously, the fewer people, the better going through your terminal doors in terms of people that aren't flying. And it's such a good slogan. I think you should have it put on T-shirts and then be wearing it around the airports. Let's talk about coordination. Obviously, this is like a massive effort in terms of ground staff, airlines, immigration. How does that work in terms of keeping things running super smoothly?
At Dubai airport, we introduced a theme a couple of years ago, and this theme is called One DXB. One DXB, it's about the overall airport community, different stakeholders, different service partners, all work together to achieve one objective. And this objective is to make sure the experience of our guests is efficient, safe, and comfortable. We say at Dubai airport, we say there are many hearts, but there is one beat. And this is what we are trying to encourage when we work together with our service partners. So it's a matter of getting everybody aligned for the same objective. As I mentioned, it's about joint planning. It's about real-time operational coordination, and the main objective is take care of our guests.
And if sometimes, as it does with travel, issues do crop up, what should passengers do, in your eyes, if they face delays or perhaps long queues during this expected holiday rush?
The first thing I always encourage passengers is to find the latest information. Stay updated with any changes that can happen last minute. You stay connected with the airline. Stay connected with the airport, especially with the flight information displays. We have our guest ambassadors across the airport. Approach them, ask for assistance. As I mentioned again, we have the DXB Express map, which can give you a good situational awareness within the airport. So when you are moving within the terminals, you don't waste time. Instead, we encourage you to spend more valuable time by understanding where you are going, to the gates, looking for dining, looking for shopping. Everything you find it in this map. So it's about an interaction. Guests, passengers need to interact with the airline and the airport to find out what's happening within the airport.
Majed Al Joker, Chief Operating Officer at Dubai Airports. It's always a pleasure to have you on, and best of luck over this next couple of weeks with the busy period. That was the voice of, like I said, Majed Al Joker, Chief Operating Officer at Dubai Airports, speaking to us about the expected huge travel rush that we're going to be getting over the next few weeks. Just to say again, Saturday, the 5th of April, they're expecting 309,000 people to be travelling through their terminals.